Alright, we're going to start this off with a Warmaster run. No need in just sitting here talking for anything. I ran a little different loadout on the Warmaster this time. I decided we'd try something different. I'm actually running 2 particle mags. I'm running one with radiation. That way I can use that while his armor is up until we break that. And then I swapped over to a fire one because I wanted to use that against his bears again, because supposedly fire gives other players increased damage too, whenever that's that way. The only problem is there's a certain point where I stop getting any points because it doesn't. It's like okay, it's almost like too much, so no more points. So, but I was interested in beating the Warmaster, not in trying to score #1 place here, which was what we did. We put together a nice little group. We held off on breaking the locks, and this is going to be a win. I actually have 2 wins. If I get too long-winded here, you'll see part of the second one. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't get that long-winded. Really here to talk about some of the changes and the free-to-play stuff that is going to be going on. Now, if you didn't know, they're going to make this game free-to-play, which isn't that big a deal. It's not that expensive a game right now, but literally for every system, that's what their intentions are. You're going to, I guess, be able to download it on PC or download it from the PlayStation Store, and you won't have to go buy a copy. Now, Xbox, maybe the same thing, kind of, but a lot of people say you have to pay for Xbox Live, so that's not free. And I mean, they're still saying they're trying to make it free to play, so we'll see what's going on. Now they have set dates for June 4th for PC and July 15th for the PlayStation. There's no date yet for Xbox, because I wonder if they're trying to bypass gold on Xbox, saying even if you're silver you can do it. That's just my guess. That's what they're trying to do, because that's the only way to make it 100% truly free to play, which is irrelevant to me because I'm going to have Xbox Live Gold. That's just how I am. I mean, I have 360 and a 1, so of course I'm going to be playing on gold status. I like using all the other perks too. Anyways, I mean, how do you not want to use Netflix? But anyways, so free to play. That's good and it's bad. I mean, it will bring an influx of new people. If people see they can download something and play it for free, that means we'll get more players, and that's what you want to do. Especially if you love this game. I love this game. You want to see the new players. So that's a good thing. Now, I don't think they're gonna get everything we got, as in we, the veterans, the people who've played it for a long time. A lot of the stuff that we have, I don't believe they're gonna get. I don't think they're going to get as many inventory slots as we have. They're not going to be able to carry as many key codes as we can carry and stuff like that. This is all stuff that's going to be added to the, which free to play. That's what they always do. You put stuff in the store, and that's how you make money. People go into the store and they buy stuff. And that's what's going to be happening, is you're going to, like, say you have your 75 key codes right now. You're going to be able to go into the store and upgrade that all the way up to 125. Now, I'm sure, I don't know what they're going to charge. I can imagine anywhere from 400 to 800 bits. For you to upgrade 25 at a time. I can definitely see them charging that kind of money for it, because that's most everything in the store I think is overpriced. But that's, you know, if you're fine with paying it, that's great. I may not. It just depends. It depends on how some things work, because now I'm going to talk about one of the most exciting and one of the most, I'll say, feared things for me all at the same time, and that's going to be, whenever they do make it free to play, you're going to be able to upgrade your items to a different status. As in, if you have an epic, which is a purple weapon, you are going to be able to use Arcforge to upgrade that weapon to legendary status, and it will add the roll to it as well. That roll is missing, because if you ever notice that purple is missing one roll, that orange legendary roll at the bottom that your legendary has. So it's going to upgrade it to legendary and give it a roll. So, you know, that's exciting, because I see some purples that have incredible rolls. If they just had that legendary roll to set them off, well, guess what? Now you can upgrade it. Okay, but if you vendor it all, by vendor I mean you sell your stuff to people, or you put things on the forums and you try to sell some of these weapon stuff, because other people, you're always after that certain gold brick, that certain legendary that you really want, with the certain roll, certain stats to be a certain way. Well, guess what? That means it's easier to get that weapon now, and that means the market is going to crash for anybody who sells, because a lot of people are going to go, well, these purples just dropped for me. I'm just going to use Arcforge and I'm just going to level it up. I'm not paying you a million, 2 million script for this gun. That's crazy. So that's gonna make script worth less to me, because we're gonna see a lot more excellent weapons with people upgrading certain purples. So that's kind of a bad side. It is exciting to know that I can upgrade a weapon to a different status, because I mean I gave away I think, I won't swear to this, but I'm pretty sure it was an assassin blue wolfhound with 2 crit rolls to a clanmate. Just because. I mean, it was blue. Yeah, here you go. I mean, I know it's great, but with the new update that made blues not as powerful, it really didn't matter that much. So if he still held on to it, he can upgrade that to a purple and then to a legendary. And if it happens to give him another crit roll for that legendary roll, wow, that gun just became massively impressive. So you've got to look at it like that. So that is kind of a like I said, it's a good thing, and it's something I'm afraid of all at the same time. Now, to get back on track and off of that, and here I am getting long-winded, so get ready for more. There is going to be, for those of us who've played for a long time, they're gonna give us a patron pass, which is something you'll normally have to pay for, but that patron pass for us is just going to be boost. It's going to give us script, reputation, skill, salvage, and score boosts. So that's kind of nice. I mean, it's not great. I mean, like, I don't need skills, and I don't need skills for sure. So it's good and it's bad. There's always a good and a bad to everything. Some things you need, some things you don't need, but other people may need what you don't need. So you kind of have to look at it from more than one perspective. And remember that not everybody needs what you need. They may need something different. So you have to go with that. Now you are also going to be able to buy that patron pass, because we're only getting it for 30 days, the veteran people are. And you'll be able to buy it after that if you so choose to. I know it's supposed to come with some daily grab bag of some sort of bonus too. I don't know if that's a random thing, if you get to pick from certain things or not. Well, I guess we'll see when that happens. I don't know. Now, the season 2 is fixing to start on TV, so it's also fixing to start for the game. Sometime in the coming weeks, we are supposed to see more content there to tie in, I guess, with the television show, which will be nice. It's one of the reasons I've done so many Defiance videos as of late. Is technically this has been the game that has been to play. I mean, I already love playing it and everything, but last year I got bored and I stopped and I stepped away, and I came back whenever they started just throwing out the DLCs. That means there's new content. It at least keeps me interested in playing. So we're fixing to have all our tie-ins coming in. They said there's going to be a map expansion. They've said it before. They're saying it again. Let's hope so. They're not giving any more details than that. There is supposed to be some form of map expansion. Let's hope it means what we hope it means, and that they don't have a different meaning for that. So let's keep our fingers crossed that actually means map expansion, which is what a lot of us really want to see, because that is definitely new content. I mean, new places to go, new places to see, more places to drive. So let's hope that's what we think it means, because a lot of times what we think something means isn't what they mean. They just say it in a way that makes us think the wrong thing. So okay, your inventory, your what I like to call your overstock, that is fixing to take a hit. Kind of, sort of. It depends. I clean mine out pretty regularly, but if you're one of those people that lets thousands of items build up into your claim items, well, there's going to be timers on that stuff, and it will be automatically salvaged if you don't manually salvage it. So that's going to be taken care of. Your inventory slots, the maximum for a new player is going to be 300. Now, if you have 1,000 inventory slots now, you're going to keep those. But if you come in and you're new, you'll never be able to buy more than 300, because they said that does cause server instability for players who have that much inventory. So it's irrelevant to me. I think I have 149 slots. I've never found a need for any more than that. So, and that's just touching on I'm really touching on more of this stuff that's kind of important to me. I mean, this stuff is, there's so much to talk about, but there's just some of it is just kind of not that important. It's just little dinks and dunks, and everybody has their own little issues with this and that, and I'm not that picky of a person. I'm not that hard to please. Oh wow, what am I saying? You know what? your loadouts. I'm leaving out probably the number 2 or number 1 most important thing. It is so hard to swap out your loadouts right now. You can't, in the middle of a fight, it's just not possible. Because it can take up to 10 seconds for mine to show up sometimes. So I can't swap loadouts. I can't be like, crap, I need to swap over to this, or I need to bring this up and swap guns, because it takes too long and I'm dead at the point that happens. So we're actually going to be able to swap loadouts on the fly. Now, if you watch the live stream, it did look like it took a few seconds. So you are vulnerable for a good, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds there while it swaps. But that's a lot better than what it was before. So loadout swapping, that's a biggie, and that's important. So hooray for that. I think that's something we've all wanted for a really long time. So the free-to-play thing, we'll see how all that goes. You know, I do kind of, I'm going to go back to it. The gun thing still has me worried. I think that keeps me going a lot, is can I get, that's one of those things that's kept me going in this game, is getting that particular legendary item. I want this, I want to pull it, that's one of the things. But now I know I can pull that purple that I've pulled 1,000 times and broke down or sold, and I can upgrade it to legendary. So I do worry that this is going to hurt the value of the game for me. That's not saying it will. That's just saying that I am concerned that it will. We'll see. I'm kind of excited with the new content coming out. I'm always excited with new content, as long as it's real content. I did eventually buy the 7th Legion, but not for the content, just because I am an incursion freak. I love to play the incursions. I play them all the time, and one thing I never knew about the incursions was, if you had the 7th Legion, it gave you 5 reputation for every one of them you did. I was like, oh my goodness, how much reputation have I passed up? So I went ahead and I had bought it just 100% for that reason. So I never really considered that real DLC, and now there won't be any more DLC, really. I mean, they said they might make some sort of bundle. I don't know what that means, but we'll see what happens. So they said most everything is going to come out in a free-to-play format, not necessarily in a DLC. Now, the new people will not get the DLC for free. Not happening. You still have to buy the current DLC. That is not the part of the free-to-play stuff. The new stuff coming out will be free-to-play unless they do some sort of big bundle with a massive DLC, I'm assuming. I'm going to roll with one of those where they add a big World of Warcraft thing where you buy that, or Diablo type of situation. That's kind of what I'm thinking, is where it's not these little dink and dunk DLCs we've seen in comparison. We're talking about massive expansion DLCs, so that might be what they mean there. So, I mean, to an extent, a lot of it seems like guessing, because I hate to sit there and think that this is going to happen, because we've thought a lot of things were going to happen over the past year. A lot of things were said, a lot of things never happened. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. I'm kind of a wait and see type of guy. So we'll wait and we'll kind of see. Now we've been given some sure information, and that's pretty much what I've tried to convey, is the sure information, and we will see what the other information is as it comes out. But free to play is coming for this game. And those of us who actually paid for it, we're going to get a little something. And we're getting more than you think. You got to think 1,000 Arc Forge is also coming for the veteran players. And that is what, $40, I believe, in real world money from the bit store. So that is $40. You got to kind of look at it like that. Where I'm not going to pay $40 for 1,000 Arc Forge. That's what they're giving us along with the Patron Pass. So they are giving us something. And when you consider what we're getting compared to what new people are going to get, we're not really being devalued as much as you might think. So anyways, I'm going to be quiet now because the second one ended. And I will catch you guys later.